The 10 funniest characters on Young Sheldon. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my another video. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Young Sheldon has plenty of quirky and relatable characters who also happen to be among the funniest figures in any current television show. Young Sheldon premiered in 2017 to positive reviews from critics and fans alike. The Cooper family's lives are both funny and relatable, thanks to the clash between the brilliant but awkward Sheldon and his sweet yet ordinary siblings and parents. The main characters in Young Sheldon, ranked by likability. The show owes much of its prolonged success to its unique mix of quirky and sympathetic characters. Many of them are among the funniest figures on television, making Young Sheldon a must-see. From the bold and direct Meemaw to the sassy and relatable Missy, the characters from Young Sheldon are as engaging as they are hilarious. Much of Tam's humor comes from his chaotic interactions with Sheldon. Tam's friendship with the boy genius is entertaining to watch, mainly because they seem to be together out of circumstance instead of because of a long-lasting connection. In stark contrast to most other characters in the show, Tam is pessimistic and short-tempered, making him an intriguing foil for the usually clueless Sheldon. Tam may not be the most overtly funny character in Young Sheldon, but he is a worthy addition to an already sprawling ensemble. Mary has the daunting task of being the straight woman among a cast of oddballs. She plays the stiff, dutiful, close-minded mother who constantly puts out other people's fun. In truth, Mary is one of Young Sheldon's saddest characters, a woman who can't seem to evolve with the changing times. Still, thanks to Zoe Perry's excellent delivery, Mary comes across as funny, albeit in a nuanced, less obvious way. Her shocked expressions at her children's shenanigans and her subtle reactions to her mother's jabs let audiences know she isn't a buzzkill. Mary is also the show's emotional center. She might not be hilarious as a character, but she is no less crucial to the show's success. Like Mary, George Cooper Sr. is the straight man in the show. Stern but supportive and encouraging, George is far more likable and kind than Sheldon painted him out to be in The Big Bang Theory. George stars in many of the show's most hilarious moments, even if he's just reacting to other characters' antics. His relationship with Sheldon is also an evergreen source of comedy, as he struggles to understand his robotic son. In many ways, George Cooper Sr. is Young Sheldon's most tragic character. After all, fans already know he'll die before the show ends, leaving Sheldon with mixed feelings about him. However, the series presents him as an endearing man trying to deal with the chaos around him in relatable and amusing ways. Pastor Jeff's whole shtick is that he's a seemingly kind man of faith who, in reality, is a greedy, selfish, and insecure person who hides under the guise of religion. Jeff can come across as knowledgeable to the members of his flock, but Sheldon and other characters can see through his charade. The 10 smartest child geniuses on TV. Much of Jeff's comedy comes from the misery that surrounds him. For example, his wife, Selena, leaves him after she considers him a loser. Jeff's desperate attempts to keep the town under Christianity's hold are also immensely entertaining, as are his debates with the science-loving Sheldon. Iconic character actor Wallace Shawn always brings a unique touch to everything he does. His voice and facial expressions make him the ideal actor to have in a show like Young Sheldon, and he doesn't disappoint. Indeed, his character John is so eccentric that even Sheldon finds him odd. However, John is still one of Young Sheldon's best supporting characters. From his tendency to ride a squint speedster to his wardrobe choices, everything about John is humorous. Like Sheldon, John is funny, but not always on purpose, making him an ideal character for the show. Sheldon states that Billy Sparks is on Sheldon's enemies list on The Big Bang Theory. He describes Billy as a bully who put dog poop on his bike's handlebars, making him sound like an absolute nightmare. Audiences were thus shocked to discover Billy was an unassuming and dim-witted boy desperate to be Sheldon's friend. At one point, he even has a crush on Missy. Billy is harmless and even adorable, and his humor comes from his simple approach to life. From his random and, at times, senseless commentaries to his clumsy attempts to perform even the easiest of tasks, Billy is one of young Sheldon's most entertaining and endearing characters. The star of the show isn't always the funniest or most likable. Sheldon Cooper is the most intelligent character on Young Sheldon, but he can also be quite annoying. His vast intellect makes it hard to connect with his overly religious town, which finds him obnoxious and weird. Like Jim Parsons' critically acclaimed run on The Big Bang Theory, Ian Armitage's take on the Cooper genius exploits his struggles to exist in the world. Sheldon is awkward and shamelessly honest, making him a hoot because he's still a child. His spoiled and stubborn attitudes don't seem as unpleasant as his adult counterparts. His interactions with other characters, particularly John, Paige, and Missy, also make for some of the funniest moments on the show. Young Sheldon makes it clear that all the Cooper siblings are gifted in some way. Georgie is business savvy and ambitious, even if he comes across as a prototypical dumb jock. It's precisely this contrast that makes him such a compelling and funny character. Related. Best episodes of Young Sheldon, ranked by IMDb. Georgie's shameless charm is one of the main reasons for his success as a character. He's a flirt who's very aware of his effect on others and uses it to his advantage. Like many other characters in the show, Georgie's story arc is all about evolving and becoming more mature. However, his storylines also include several laugh-out-loud moments that stem from his tendency not to overthink things. Annie Potts is a gifted and seasoned comedian, so of course, she's one of young Sheldon's biggest assets. Her take on the bold, cynic, and lovable Meemaw is one of the show's highlights. She has a well-rounded relationship with each family member, and her sharp and often mean-spirited exchanges with George Sr. are particularly funny. Meemaw is also one of the show's most blatantly honest characters. Much of her humor is snarky and shady, making her seem like a breath of fresh air among the puritanical Mary and the stern George. Meemaw is a crucial character in Sheldon's life, and it's easy to understand why the boy genius loves her so much. Without a doubt, Missy is the best Cooper sibling in Young Sheldon. She's sassy, honest, refreshingly clever, and with a unique take on life. Audiences can also relate to her struggles to stand out among the other members of her family. Her interactions with Sheldon are the best, and it's particularly amusing to see her putting him in his place. Missy is also an infinitely quotable character. She's an original who isn't afraid to laugh and joke, making the best out of her time. Missy might be young Sheldon's best character, a young girl who often proves she's the most insightful and hilarious member of the Cooper family. 5 times Sheldon was annoying in Young Sheldon, and 5 times he was relatable. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Young Sheldon 24, and stay with us.